Hi there. Um, well, it's Tom again from New Zealand, and I just thought I'd give you a quick run up with the battery, the whole project. So I was a bit apprehensive buying something from China, and you don't know what you're getting, or if you're getting it at all. But what I got to say, first of all, the communication with those people, especially Cora, was absolutely outstanding. I mean, you couldn't ask for any more. The freight, no problem. Even they kept you up to date. They even sent you a link with the ship, so you could see where the boat was, because I was worried that, like I said, maybe the boat sinks, you don't know. And well, it didn't. And it arrived here in Auckland, and there was a Chinese freight company organized that, all from over there. So they had an agent in Auckland, and they got in touch with me, so we done couple of emails. I mean, talking to them on the phone is not so easy, but emails are easy. Yeah, so, and then it arrived in Littleton, and I was going to pick it up from there, but it's 400 kilometers there and 400 back. So I thought, well, ask them how much to send it down by truck. So it arrived here by truck, all nicely packed. The packaging, I mean, bulletproof, all wrapped in plastic internally. Then they have a steel frame in a wooden box, then a wooden box over the top of it with hinges and clamps and all that. And then the whole thing strapped again with tie downs, and then it got plastic wrapped again. Also, it probably would have survived the boat sinking. Anyway, so that was all good. So I took it to bits, um, took the box apart, and then a couple of days later, I put it in with a mate who had a hoist, and I used the hydraulic, like in instructions. You get a little hydraulic trolley, you can lift up and down. You don't need it, but it makes it a lot easier. And I made a pallet with 900 mils wide and 1200 mils long, with the wooden frame underneath it so it couldn't tip over. That gave me the opportunity to go up and down, left, right, forwards, backwards, without trying to do that with a hoist. So that was easy. The hardest part was to get the old plugs off. Obviously, you got to take the plastic cover from the bash plate from under the battery off. Get the right tool for that. There's little clips there. You got to take them out. So just be careful. Maybe silicone spray. Give it a good wash first underneath as far as you can get in. But the silicone sprays on those plastic bits that stops them from cracking and all that. And I managed to not break one of those plugs. There's 3 connections on the back, plus obviously that one up on the top, the main fuse or whatever you call it. Go by the instruction, take the 12-volt battery off and work your way from there backwards. And then it's 10 bolts. I mean, if I do it again with a rattle gun, I would do this whole thing with 2 guys. If they know what they're doing, you can do it in 3 hours. Easy. But it took us 4.5 because I'm slow, as you know. So that was no problem at all. And then, I done the testing with it, and it seems to be up to specs. I mean, I say 480 kilometers for the 68 kilowatt battery. Probably a bit hopeful. But well, on the last test, it actually looks like you can do it. I mean, admittedly, I'll go like granddad in that thing, if you give it a bit more of a message. But it seems to be the characteristic compared to the old battery, which was 32 kilowatts. The new one, it got it all over it. It just holds it longer. You know what I mean? You can't see the percentage going down, where the other one, you do 30, 40 Ks, and the percentage goes down. With that one, they just stay solid and then slowly goes down. You also don't lose your voltage so much. It stays quite high for a long time. I mean, I'm not getting paid for this here. All I'm saying, it looks like I turned my Leaf into a proper car. How long the battery lasts, that whole pack, anyone's guess. I don't know. Well, my last one, what I'm trying to do is I try to avoid the fast charging. I'm just anal about that. So maybe I would do it again, and I got another project going where I use some Nissan Leaf parts, and yeah, so I can highly recommend them. Highly recommend it. There's no doubt about it. They're easy to deal with, and they know what they're doing. Up to now, like, time will tell how, like I say, like what the longevity is. So yeah, I don't know if it's any use. Anyway, that was me from New Zealand, Electric Leaf.